Hey, what's up, boxing fans? This is the Rope A Dope Report. I'm your host, Chris Carlson. I'm back with another upload. This one pertains to a fight that I think most people would agree with me when I say that this is the fight that needs to happen next. And that's Manny Pacquiao versus Terrence Crawford. Right here you can see a still of last Saturday's fight. Oops, excuse me, didn't mean to do that. Last Saturday's fight. Crawford put on a really impressive display of skill versus Postal. Got a big win now at 135 and 140. He's definitely earned his keep. And he is a top 10 pound-for-pound fighter. Some people have him just as high as 5, which after a performance like that, maybe I do too. But either way, you know, really since last September when Mayweather quote-unquote retired, or at least on a long break. Either way, he doesn't have many fights left, and obviously Manny doesn't either, even though some people were saying, he's retired in April when in the same year he's going to fight. November 5th is a date that Manny Pacquiao has. Now, this fight between Terrence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao has to happen next. It's the best fight available in my mind and a lot of people's mind. And even at 140, Freddie Roach has said this plenty, and he recently said this again, that, Manny has to eat so much to be a welterweight that 140 is actually his best weight, power-wise, maybe even speed-wise. Either way, this fight has to happen next, even if it is at welterweight. Because Crawford, clearly a pretty big 140 as far as weight. But we've been trying to see some of these young fighters turn the page and become names of their own, right? Now in boxing, usually it is that young lion in the old lion scenario, the passing the torch type scenario. And maybe Manny's not ready to pass the torch to Crawford. Maybe he beats him. Maybe it's just a fun, competitive fight and Crawford loses a close fight. But you know what? That would raise his profile maybe just as enough, or maybe the same, just as enough, maybe the same as him outboxing, but maybe not really entertaining in a win. Either way, just fighting him and showing up, what we think Crawford can do in a ring, just showing all he is as a fighter against Pacquiao would clearly turn him into a star. Now, how big, I'm not going to sit here and speculate. Obviously, Manny's star power, has dimmed a little bit, but it's a big, big fight. It needs to happen next. I love Jesse Vargas. He had a fantastic performance against Saddam Ali. Fantastic. But we did see him against Bradley as well. In all but 35 minutes and 50 seconds? Something like that. Basically, he got beat. Not from ding to dong, because, he did get screwed at the end. The 10 seconds left in that fight, he did get screwed. He had Bradley hurt. But we'll never know what could have happened. Could he have landed another punch or two and knocked him out? Yeah. He could have also landed a punch and Bradley takes a knee. We've seen Bradley up against Provodnikov up on the cards and taking a knee just to survive and win. So we don't really know. Either way, what I got out of that fight is Jesse Vargas is not on Bradley's level, which doesn't, which puts him not on Manny Pacquiao's level, in my opinion. So now, if Pacquiao had been out for a year and a half or something like that, and he wanted to come back against Jesse Vargas, I would have a different feeling there. But Terrence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao right now is the best for everybody. It's a nice money fight and a potential stardom booster, right? A potential huge fight for Crawford. And then Manny, and Top Rank can make some money and also have a young asset grow his profile. Or, let's say Pacquiao does win and wins cleanly. He would have a win against Bradley, clean win, and also against Crawford. You'd have a future Hall of Famer against Bradley. Many people think that anyway. And then Crawford's unbeaten, and he's in the top pound for pound. So, top 10. So, either way, if he's really angling, Manny Pacquiao, angling for that rematch with Floyd, they could use the shoulder, reason, or excuse, whatever you want to say, and then these two quality wins to sell that fight. So it's a win-win for everybody involved, and I really hope that this fight gets made. Anyway, you can give me a follow at Rope-A-Dope Radio. Also, every Wednesday, check out the Rope-A-Dope Radio podcast. You can check it out, download it on iTunes anytime. And also blogtalkradio.com/Rope-A-Dope Radio. You can check it out anytime there, but it's live there on Wednesdays. Peace.